Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Yo, it's your boy Trey Sense. And what we got for you today, a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. So what we're gonna talk about today, well, you already know. It's that time again. It's time for the weekly fragrance roundup and review. Hey, before we get into this video, I need just a little bit of work from you. I'm gonna take care of it on this side. I need something from you. I need you to like, share, and sub. The beautiful part about it is that's all free. Won't cost you a thing. Now, you ready? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. And we're starting with Sunday, which would have been August, which would have been July the 23rd. Let's see, that's going to be the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Pretty sure that's right. So we're going to start with Sunday, the 29th day of July. And I went with this beautiful, sweet, sexy, seductive fragrance from the house of Armaf. And this is Futura the Parfum. This is just a sexy fragrance. I mean, there's no other. I think that's cardamom in it. Smooth, powdery, sexy goodness. Is this bottle hideous? Yes. But I've given a couple of decants of this out and people love it. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I like it. Smooth, sexy, definitely date night. Very, very dressy. If you're looking for a low budget fragrance that you can absolutely dress up and wear to a black tie event or to something that you have to dress up a little bit, this is the one. Futura by Armaf. Now, what did y'all think about that fight this weekend, man? I'm a big Earl Spence fan. I thought Spence was going to win the fight, but looking back at some of the interviews of Spence recently, his speech just was a little bit slow and a little bit drawn, especially compared to some of his earlier interviews. I was just like, it's just off. Not taking anything away from Bud, because Bud is a bad dude. But Spence just looked lost. He looked like Martin when he fought Tommy to get Hitman Hearns. For some of y'all older people, y'all remember that. But that's what I wore Sunday, July the 23rd. Now that brings us to Monday, July the 24th. And I wore the first part of the day chilling around the house. I wore just a simple, easy little fragrance. It is from the house of Hollister, and it is Hollister X. And you see this fragrance right now a lot at places like Burke's Outlet, Marshall's, which I think is where I got mine, maybe Ross. It's Hollister. It's Hollister. So it's a really good fragrance. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? It is not. So think youthful, think aquatic. Do I wish I had a bigger bottle of this? I may eventually end up buying a bigger bottle of this if I catch one on clearance for the low price, which I think I paid about $9 for this 30 ml. And it does what it's supposed to do. In all honest opinion, when you see this video, we'll be in the month of August. I really think this is one that you should thank Christmas about. I think this is one that you should go ahead and pick up if you see it now, because it may not be around Christmas. No, it's not a Christmassy scent, but I think this will be appropriate for a teenager or somebody under 30, which, you know, I'm 47 and I wore it. So any age can wear it, but I definitely think somebody with the name Hollister on it and the scent profile that this has, which is just a fresh, clean, slightly aquatic type of scent, what you would expect out of Hollister. But I think they would love it. So from the house of Hollister, this Hollister X. I like it. It's a good little inexpensive fragrance. And that's what I wore Monday, which was the 24th, which brings us to Tuesday, the 23rd. I got a lot of compliments on this fragrance. I even got a compliment from a person that wouldn't compliment me if their life depended on it. and they complimented me. And it is from the house of Ed Hardy, and it is Love and Luck. And this is said to be a clone of Creed's Millésime Impériale. Sean John makes one that's very similar. I tried the Sean John. I did not like it. It made me nauseous. This does not, and I got asked 3 or 4 times, Trey, what are you wearing? What is that? That smells good. Ed Hardy, Love and Luck, man. And this is a cheapie. This is a cheap fragrance. This is one that you can pick up, and it smells a little bit tropical, a little bit coconutty, but it is very, very, very smooth. Very smooth. I like it. I like it a lot. Ed Hardy, Love and Luck. If you see this out, you may want to pick it up if you haven't already. And if you have it in your collection and you just kind of forgot about it because, you know, Ed Hardy fragrances don't get much love anymore, maybe you want to revisit it and give it a try. That was Tuesday, the 25th. And this brings us to Wednesday, which I had a doctor's appointment Wednesday. So, what I wore to the doctor. From the house of Carolina Herrera, it is 212 VIP Black. And this fragrance right here, I am him with this fragrance on, guys. Evidently, when I go to my foot doctor, they know me. I don't even stand in line. I walk in the door, and I guess my fragrance gets there before I do, because the minute the receptionist sees me, you know, she sticks her head up from around the line of people that's there. I got you, Trevant, which is my government name. For those of you who don't know, my name is Trevant. Trey is short for it, but anyway. And of course, they turn and look. I go sit down, you know. The little chick just shoveling us back and forward, you know. I guess she smells my cologne too, because when she's coming to get other people, she looks around and then she sees me and then she gives me, and I'm just like, okay. You know, I'm telling you guys the power of fragrance. So it finally becomes my turn. You know, they call me Mr. Southward. So I get ready, I go, you know, up there. And I walk by the receptionist and they're like, and it's 2 of them. And they're like, girl, what have you got on? Oh, that smells good. And she stops. She said, what have I got on? She said, she says, and I quote, I don't have anything on. That's him, and points to me. And they go, well, whatever it is, it smells good. And the response was, he always smells good. That fragrance that caused all that commotion, this right here, Carolina Herrera VIP Black. Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Black. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. And this is an extremely sweet, very modern fragrance. Something along the lines of Paco Rabanne, maybe something from the Spice Bomb line, maybe Night Vision is along those lines, or something along the lines of something from Azzaro, maybe The Most Wanted, something, you know, that candy sweetness, but it's a showstopper. It is a showstopper. Really good fragrance. Hold on 1 second. I think I forgot to cut the volume down on my TV. I don't know if that's even coming through. I hope not. If it is, I apologize, guys. Not dealing with a perfect reviewer, just a man. That's what I wore Wednesday. No. That's what I wore to the doctor Wednesday, yes, which was the 26th. Now, to work, I wanted to wear something different, just to be different. So I went with something from the house of 3-in-1, which I don't think those guys are making fragrances anymore. But I went with a Frankenstein mashup, mix, blend, whatever you want to call it, from 3-in-1. And it is Illicit Sauvage. And it is their combination of Elysium mixed with Sauvage. It's nice. It is nice. I don't have much of this left, just a little bit, and I will savor that juice. And the thing about these fragrances that you get from whether it's 3-in-1, Dapper, Sensual, Making Sense, Genre, any of them, when they have a high oil concentration, the longer they sit, the more potent that juice becomes. So this has been sitting for a couple of years, but I absolutely like it. I hate that those guys are not doing fragrances anymore, but it is what it is. The house of 3-in-1. That's what I wore to work. And that was Wednesday, which brings us to Thursday, the 27th, which is my... wait a minute. Yes, that brings us to Thursday. Yes, hold on. Yeah, okay. What did I write for Thursday? That brings us to Thursday. I had too many fragrances, y'all. No, I don't. I know what I did now. Which brings us to Thursday. From the house of Dapper, it is God of Fire. And this one is a clone of Herba Pura. I think that's how you say that. What you have here is a nice, fresh mango type of fragrance. Easily unisex. I did get a compliment on this one, sort of backhanded. And it was from a guy. And he was like, man, somebody's smelling good. And he thought it was the lady that was in line, but it wasn't her. It was this. Does this last a long time on skin? Absolutely. Does it smell good? Absolutely. I think you should go over to Dapper and get you a bottle of this. It smells really good. But from Dapper Fragrances, it is their version of God of Fire. And I like it. I like it a lot. That's what I wore Thursday. Which brings us to Friday. And I had another doctor's appointment Friday. So that morning, I started the day off with, as I had to go to the doctor and running around, and got my new eyeglasses from the house of Dior. Don't bore her, Dior her, and she will never leave. It is Dior on 2020. And this is what I wore to my eye doctors and to get my eyeglasses and all of that stuff. And yeah, great fragrance, great smelling fragrance. You know what it is, irisy without the lipstick. It smells really, really good. I like that fragrance. I like that fragrance a lot. And that was Friday during the day. Now, Friday night, I had some adult activities, a little, just a little, whatever, a little audition, whatever you want to call it, a little chat and chew, a little meet and greet, whatever. And I went with, from the house of Aqua de Dieu, it is Perfumo. That's what I went with because I thought it was nice. It was extremely hot, and I wanted something that. Give me a sec. Man, that's good. That's good, guys. Very underrated. Perfumo and Profundo and Absolute. Very underrated fragrances in my opinion. That's nice. That's nice. Smelled really, really good. Went well in the heat. Sort of a citrusy, aquatic type of fragrance, but at the same time, extremely, extremely masculine. I like it. I like it a lot. That's what I wore Friday night. Now, Saturday, I had another little situation or whatever you want to call it, little audition. I had to take them out to the Sizzler, whatever. Get something to eat, just a little chat and chew, just some adult conversation, adult activities. And I went with, from the house of YSL, it is O-Team. And this is beautiful. I adore this fragrance. I adore this fragrance, I really do. YSL is slowly becoming one of my favorite houses. It's just slowly. It's not many YSL fragrances that you pick up and think, no, that doesn't smell good. They don't miss. They don't miss. If there's any knock on YSL, it is longevity. But I'm learning if you spray your clothes heavily with these fragrances, they stay in there for a while. So, from the house of YSL, it is the beautiful Ginger Balm of Ultime. And it smells really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. And that brings us to the end of this week's in its fragrance rotation. Guys, man, let me tell you something. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you so much for being the best part of this channel. And just, you know, for everything that you do. I appreciate you. I personally appreciate you, man. And it means a lot. So, with that being said, I'm going to get off of here, figure out a way to edit and thumbnail this video. When you see it, it will be Tuesday. So I hope you have a happy, fat Tuesday. And by all means, enjoy yourself. Enjoy the people that are around you. Love the people that are around you. And just take nothing and no one for granted, because one day it could all change. But anyway, that's another story for another day. I love you all, and may God bless you all. And until next time, guys. Oh, thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. But until next time, guys, peace.